Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Fifi La Pew Pew, the 105 leFH18B2, otherwise known as a leFhy or a leaf blower. This one is on the north spawn of Mountain Pass under the command of Deathnub. Well, Tier 5 French SPG, 105mm light field howitzer, capable of doing 410 alpha, penetrating 53mm of armor, and it's got a standard reload of 8.92 seconds, but we can see that Deathnub's got it down to 7.63. It's rather slow going up this hill. It is, after all, maximum speed 28 kilometers an hour. It is based on the Char B1 hull, which is a heavy tank, so it's a very heavy vehicle. In fact, actually, if I remember correctly, it's something like 34 tons in weight. But it's got a very weak engine because it was designed before the Second World War, in the interwar period. Okay, we've got another of enemy tanks coming to sight. Okay, Panzer T-25, rounds out. Oh, he wipes him out with his first shot. Oh, brilliant shot. Now, he can't hit that tank because he's actually hiding behind that very well placed and shaped rock, which is actually blocking the shot. There are a couple of other tanks in the bowl, but instead he's decided to go for this Type T-34, who's over on the ice road. Dialing in, he wants to be precise. That's it. Rounds out. Looks good. Direct hit. Right on the money. Now, it's more than likely he's still there, but instead he's decided he's not going to shoot his second round, just on the off chance that the enemy tank was still tracked, and has decided to fire instead at this Thunderbolt, who actually takes a near miss for only 62 hit points. Yeah, those are the other tanks that are in the bowl. It's a Type 64, and I think there's a Strid M4257 there. That's the one with the French FL10 turret. It's the 5 Lille turret, which is the one that was actually put onto other tanks as well. Oh, we got a direct hit on the Type 64, even through the trees. He managed to get it in there. Now, can he get it again? Yes, he can, and he wipes him out. That guy must have been AFK while he was in the bowl, because he just wasn't paying attention after he got hit the first time. Rounds out. Oh, he's got another one. That's 3 kills now to Deathnub. He's literally piling on the pressure on the enemy. Dialing in on Churchill 3 to try and make it as accurate as possible. Fires his round in, gets a direct hit for a 424. That must have been a penetrating shot. More than likely, it actually hit the turret. So he missed out on a kill there, basically because that Churchill was on his last legs. But he's going to try and put around into this KV-1SA. Just misses him. But he's marked the target to let his teammates know that that's what he's aiming for. Okay, the KV-1SA changed his course after that shell came in. And now we've got an M10 RBFM. Okay, he's lined up. Rounds out. Direct hit. Yes, he remembered the spot, even with the drifting reticule, which is something we've had to put up with for a long while, actually, and it's something Wargaming did, because it's not to do with the mods. The reticule will drift even if you've got a Virgin account with no mods on it. It still drifts like that towards the target, the next spotted target. And so he was aiming at an unspotted tank, and the reticule started to drift to the right. But he held it on the spot where he believed the enemy was, and he did get a direct hit. Now there's an MT-25 just behind that rock. Again, the tree blocks our sight of the enemy. And now that M10 RBFM's come on. We can't see. There he is. There's the KV-1SA. Rounds out. Direct hit. 71 hit points. He's tracked him. Okay, so we can go for another one. Notice how the reticule doesn't drift when it's a spotted tank. It only drifts when it's unspotted. Now it's unspotted. I expect the reticule will start moving very shortly. He got a direct hit there. We can't see the target. The reticule's not drifting. It should be, by the way that Wargaming set it up. But he's getting direct hits. That target hasn't moved. Yep, he keeps hitting him. Is he still there? Let's see. Rounds out. Yes, he's dead. He's now there permanently because he's out the game. And that's the 4th kill for Deathnub. Now, you find that one in a bit snap on that corner. Apparently, a Striv M42 went in there. That's the base vehicle, or the hull that you see on the Striv 42. And we did see a reticule drift there. In fact, we've now got 2 enemy tanks coming up. In fact, they just lost their M10, and now they've got an AMX13AM. Now, that's an Arty. There's 2 Artys either team. Our fellow Arty is an M41 HMC, and he's stayed fairly close to the cap area. In fact, I don't think we've seen him move. Oh, he is moving. The AMX13AM went down to our MT25. Deathnub's moving to get more shots on that Striv 42. And supposedly he's behind that rock. And again, we see the reticule drift. And he got a direct hit. The tank is there. So he actually did fire at the right target, and the target is still there. And he's just killed it's a blind kill with 2 blind shots. Excellent play. Now, MT25. The other enemy Arty is a Bishop. And in fact, actually, that enemy Arty happens to be a member of What Arty Noobs. I know that because I recognize his name. Okay, Churchill 7. Rounds out. Long shot. Long distance shot. It's going right the way over the battlefield. You'll see this one arcing through the sky at high velocity. And he got a big hit. That's a penetrating low roll. And the tank goes down, and it's taken out by our MT25. There's the enemy MT25. He dies to our VK3001H, which means now that's it. Game over. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Deathnub in the 105 leFH18B2, the leFH. He managed to get a fighter badge for getting at least 4 kills. He ended up with 5, just 1 short of getting a Top Gun, and of course 1/3 of the enemy team. If he'd managed to get that quick shot in on the Churchill 7 after he penetrated him, he might have actually got his 6th kill and of course his Top Gun, but sadly it wasn't to be on this occasion. But he did get a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 17, and he got a high caliber because he dealt the most damage in that game overall. And his win rate was 8,671, which is super unicum and a lot more. Let's have a look at the team score. Well, we can see he definitely got the highest damage in this game because he got 2,605 hit points of damage. And the nearest player to him was the MT25 on his own team, who actually kill-stealed a couple of kills at the end of that game. He got 2,013. And the 3rd highest in the game turns out to be the Thunderbolt on the enemy team, who got 1,503. When it came to kills, yep, he's got the highest of those with 5. 3 kills went to the enemy MT25, and 2 kills went to the MT25 on our own team, the M4A1, who also picked up a leFH medal, so he must have killed 2 enemy tanks or tank destroyers which had at least 1 tier higher than himself. Very nice, even considering his very low win rate from that game. But he did get some good kills out of that. And the other members who also got 2 kills include the Wizzy131GFT on the enemy team, the Bishop, who happens to be a member of What Arty Noobs, that's Gladius Scutum, 85, he's appeared on this channel before as well, and also the M10 RBFM on the enemy team, he got 2 kills. When it came to base XP, yep, you got it, it's Deathnub, he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,207 base experience points go to him, 1,074 go to the MT25, and then the next player to get the highest XP, base XP, is the Cromwell, and he only got 728. You can see how high these two were compared to the others. They were really rocking it during that game and having a great time. But sad that Deathnub didn't get his Top Gun, but he did exceptionally well. Let's have a look at the detail report. 28 shots fired, so he had plenty of ammunition left at the end of that game. 22 rounds left. 16 direct hits on the enemy and 4 penetrating shots. Yes, he really was going for it with the pens. And, well, we can see it says 4 there. I think yes, he penetrated that Striv M42, the one he got with a blind kill. the one who was sitting on that corner behind the rock, and he shot the round. It went right into the rear of the vehicle. So he was incredibly lucky to get that one. He did penetrate the Churchill 7. Yep, we saw that one right at the end of the game. Definitely a penetrating shot on him. And he also penetrated that Churchill 3, because again, another big hit. I think it hit the turret, and that's why it took him out. And there was another penetrating shot during the game. Yes, it was the Type 64, 308 hit points out of that one. So 4 penetrating shots, and at least 2 of them were on heavy tanks and the other 2 were on medium tanks. Let's have a look at the rest of the detail. He also got 14 splashes on the enemy, 2,605 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Didn't receive any damage from the enemy, but he certainly damaged 9 of the enemy tanks and 5 kills, and got 168 hit points of damage assistance. On a premium count, he earned 58,851 credits from the battle, and after ammunition resupply, took away 55,267 credits profit. 1,810 XP, 724 because this was a premium vehicle, one of only 2 premium Artys in the game. Come on, Wargaming, you'd be selling a fortune if you made more premium Artys. You would sell them to just about everybody in the game. They'd all want one. They want the Fifi. In fact, most people have bought it. So it's about time you brought out more premium Artys, because everyone would have to buy them and you'd make a packet out of it. And 2,534 experience points altogether. Now, I don't normally do this, but you'd be surprised. This is actually quite amusing. This was the end page of the battle after the victory. And yes, Deathnub actually shared this because he got communicated by Gladius at Scutum by message. And yes, he says, GG, mate, put the results screenshot up at Arty Noobs FB. I did what I could, but WG said no, and I just couldn't hit fast enough. And he says, yeah, I will, and GG to you too, mate. Just goes to show you, see, Arty players are a lot nicer to their other opposite numbers, because we're all suffering from the same problem. Tank players who attack Arty. Arty players, if they see a good game from their opposite number, they'll praise them. They'll say, fantastic, well done. But of course, you know, in a case like this, he wants this video to be seen so he can actually have a look at it himself and see what Deathnub actually did in the game. But it was a really brilliant game, and I think you'd agree with that. And GG also to Gladius at Scutum for suggesting that Deathnub put this up on the board. And I'm really pleased with you, because obviously it just goes to show the camaraderie of Arty players in the game. Yeah, we may be on opposite teams at the end of the game, and we definitely want to kill each other during the game. But when it comes to the end of the game, we are still Arty players altogether, and everyone else is our target. So thanks very much for notifying us of that and letting us see that there was some congratulatory communications after the game. So I hope you enjoyed that replay. It really was quite interesting. In fact, we haven't seen a replay where somebody's been actually dialing in very, very accurately and getting 4 penetrating shots. It's a very high win rate for this 105 game, for the leFH game. So very well done to Deathnub. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.